Hello, hello, and welcome. Welcome on into the Swear Word. I'm your host, Brandon Swear, and hey, this is a podcast for the Chilihead community, by the Chilihead community. Regardless of your spice tolerance, this is the place for you. Man, this is going to be an amazing episode here tonight. We have two products on Hot or Not, as well as an amazing guest, locked and loaded. And of course, we brought back the game of the 5. So get ready. Let's start this episode. All right, hey, welcome on in, Swear Nation. So glad to have everyone here, rocking and rolling, having a great time. Hey, if this is your first time checking out the show, glad to have you here. An announcement for everyone that has been watching from the start, or you've been watching for a while, and you're just like, man, Tuesdays don't come soon enough. Well, here's your announcement. Starting this month of December, you can catch the Swear Word new episodes on Tuesdays and Thursdays of each week. So get ready to lock in, have fun, have some laughs, and all the fun stuff that you can grab within the community. And man, once again, thank y'all for all the love and support that y'all give for the Swear Word to be able to be what it is. And man, I'm just honored to be able to do this. I hope that this additional day is one that's beneficial for everyone and that it's just received greatly. So, hey, man, once again, we are trying to grow the channel here on YouTube, or if you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Rumble, go ahead, share it out with other like-minded chili heads. Let's continue to grow this channel. Let's continue to get in front of others. But we have an amazing guest here tonight. I cannot wait to introduce him. But first, we have 2 sauces on deck for Hot or Not tonight from Wicked Provisions, and they are going to be absolute bangers. If you caught the last time Wicked Provisions was on the show, both of those sauces were phenomenal. And hey, our guest tonight is Adam himself from Wicked Provisions and Chef Flaco Salsas. So we're going to be diving into everything to do with Wicked Provisions, Chef Flaco Salsas, all the fun gourmet creations that he has, as well as much, much more. So looking forward to jumping into that conversation here in a minute. But let's go ahead and jump on over to Hot or Not. All right, hey, welcome on into Hot or Not. 2 amazing sauces on deck from Wicked Provisions hot sauce. We have the Java Lava as well as the Yellow Jacket. Looking forward to jumping into these. All right, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and start with the Java Lava first. So once again, for all those that are keeping track, this is perforated. It does have that great overall look to the cellophane perforation. As you can see here, it's got the nice branding, very clean, presentable. Love what they're doing here at Wicked Provisions with that nice seal. But let's go ahead and get this one opened up. Always like a good excuse to use the knife. So there we go. All right. So once again, Java Lava from Wicked Provisions. Nice shake. Great color on this. It's got a dark brownish red to the overall look. Looks like there is a little bit of specks in there. You can see what looks like maybe a little bit of pepper. A little bit of black pepper, a little bit of pepper in this sauce. But yeah, overall, love the labeling, love the branding, and looking forward to it. So let's get into this one. Oh man, right off the bat, you get this very pepper forward note, but at the same time, you get this this complexity of the overall what smells like a kind of an earthy coffee note as well that's coming through on this, with a little bit of garlic as well from what I can smell. So let's go ahead and pour this one on up. Nice flow on this sauce. Higher viscosity on this one. So here we go. Wow. Wow. Flavor bomb to the max. Right off the bat, you're getting this nice, savory, warm, inviting note. And then, boom, it hits you with that amazing coffee taste with a very subtle note of the garlic coming in with the coffee. A little bit of sweetness on this one as well. And then right back to the overall pepper notes. Very well done. I mean, salivating like crazy right now. This is a tasty sauce. Can definitely see why this is a very popular sauce for Wicked Provisions. Extremely unique, phenomenal flavor. Man. All right, let's go ahead and get some stuff input here. All right, so right off the bat, Java Lava, from a heat standpoint, if you're just starting out and you're trying to get in and really start building that tolerance and finding a sauce that speaks to you, this is definitely a great one for you to jump in with. It will be a little bit more on the high side if you are literally just starting out, but moderation is key with this one. For sure, moderation is key. If this is your first time checking out the show, I do things a little bit different here. So I don't do a 1 out of 10 scale. Mine's 1 out of 5 based off of 5 different categories. Those categories are heat, aroma, flavor, versatility, and burn. And then from there, I add all those up, divide them out, and get us our swear word rating. So overall heat on this is what I like to gauge as that first, 0 to 30 seconds max. Max being right there at that 30-second marker. It's that initial punch. That's what we're really trying to gauge on that. What is that initial punch like? Burn, I break down as where it sits, how it sits. Does it intensify? Does it migrate? Does it end up going for the chest or the stomach? All these things come into factor in burn. So the overall flavor on this, we've already talked about, so I went ahead and got that input here. The aroma on this, phenomenal. We did touch on that just a little bit. But overall, this great kind of earthy, garlicky, and pepper-forward notes just really pop out the second you open that lid. And you're really getting it. I am salivating like crazy. And now I'm actually picking up a little bit of a cinnamon note almost to that body of the sauce. That is phenomenal stuff right there. Let's go ahead and talk about versatility. Versatility on this sauce is actually pretty nice. With it having this coffee taste to it, I could actually see myself using this on desserts as well as your normal staples that you would find. This is going to go absolutely amazing on some pork tacos or some chicken tacos. I can only imagine how phenomenal that's going to be, as well as, like I said, I would be using this on desserts. So with those coffee notes, that would pair amazingly well with vanilla ice cream. Thinking of different things that you could do this with, as well as I bet you that would be great in a small amount inside of a hot cocoa. Let's talk about the burn. Burn on this one. So the initial heat hit really just the front of the mouth, the tongue, and that's about it. Nothing too crazy. The burn, it ended up settling towards the mid part to back of the mouth, a little bit on the back of the throat, not too much. Nothing in the chest, nothing in the stomach. But all in all, a flavor bomb with some nice heat. If you're a chili head, you're actively seeking this out, you're always pushing yourself to the limits, this is going to be a nice mild to medium for you, depending on, where your tolerance is at. But absolutely an amazing sauce. And while that's being input, what I'll do is I'll read off the ingredients. So if this is your first time checking out the show, I do not check out the ingredients ahead of time. It seems to do best if I just go ahead and jump on in and let my own taste buds do the exploration. So here we go. So this is Java Lava from Wicked Provisions. So right off the bat, we have ingredient vegetable broth, and then we have black coffee, charred habaneros, ancho chilies, onion brulee, garlic, white wine vinegar, orange juice, maple syrup, lime juice, citric acid, cinnamon, and salt. I'll be honest, the orange juice I wasn't really picking up too much. And I at the same time, I think if that wasn't in there, this sauce would not taste like it does and probably wouldn't be quite as balanced as it is. The maple syrup, whenever I was talking about how it had a little bit of a sweet note there for a second, that definitely makes sense now seeing that the maple syrup is in here. But loving the ingredients list, very unique, very flavorful, well executed. Great job. All right, so let's go ahead and get Java Lava from Wicked Provisions read off here. So we have Java Lava's heat coming in at 2.9, aroma at 3.5, flavor at 3.9, versatility at 4.2, a burn of 3.1 for a total swear word rating of 3.52. There we go. Like it. That is another phenomenal sauce. I'll have the links directly down below, but let's go ahead and jump on over to the Yellow Jacket. All right. So as you can see, once again, still has the amazing perforated label going on here. Loving what that's like. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and grab that one here, get this one going. As well, it is perforated. So for all those keeping track. And that's off. Let's give it a good shake. Nice labeling on this. Has an overall very eye-grabbing appeal. The sauce itself is a little bit thicker than the Java Lava, but not too much. It looks like there's some mass to this one. So it should be a nice hearty sauce in that sense. As well as you have it looks like some roasted pieces floating in there, some flakes of some roasted ingredients, as well as some overall pulpy nature to this. So let's give this one a good shake. All right. And here we go. Let's get a nice pour going here. There we go. Boom. Even though it has some mass to it, once it gets going overall. Oh, man. Right off the bat, sweet notes from the aroma. A bit of the garlic notes and a little bit of vinegar note. Oh, my goodness. Cannot let that one go to waste. Wow. Get me a straw. This is amazing. Absolutely flavorful. Yellow Jacket. Mind blown. All right. Let's talk this one through. So, initial heat. You're really not being burned down too much from that initial heat. It's got a nice pop. Hits the front of the mouth, on the gums, on the tongue, a little bit on the lips. Just a slight sizzle as this initially hits. Let's talk through the overall flavor on this one. The flavor profile on this sauce is absolutely amazing. You get that nice sweet note that's straight from the pineapple. You're getting that pineapple-y mass that's within the sauce that gives it that thicker feel and look. But as you saw when I was pouring it, had a nice flow. Everything was coming out as it should. You get a nice, sweet, charred pineapple taste with a little bit of onion, is what it tastes like, and a little bit of garlic, and maybe a touch of vinegar with that pepper coming in on the finish, really rounding things out and allowing you to get the full experience of this sauce. So kudos there on the overall flavor. Versatility-wise, this sauce is actually very versatile. I could also see this being a phenomenal sauce to top on your regular go-tos. Anything you would want a pineapple salsa on, a pineapple hot sauce on, this is definitely going to be it. As well as I can see myself putting this on quite a few different desserts. And it's not that it's just super sweet. It has that right amount of sweetness to the overall flavor, body, and profile to this sauce in general. You are able to really utilize this thing. I could see myself even grilling with this or like finishing with this sauce from something that comes from the grill or an oven roast using some of this sauce would definitely sing in those times. So let's go ahead and input some of this. And while we're doing that, actually, let's talk about the burn real quick. Burn on this is definitely more intense than the initial heat. So the burn ends up transitioning away from the gums and the front of the mouth. This one's parked more on the back of the throat. So you're feeling it much more prevalent in that area of the back of the throat. Nothing really in the back of the mouth on this one. Nothing in the chest, nothing in the stomach. It is just a nice, slow, smoldering burn on the back of the throat. And honestly, it is absolutely flavorful. Everything is just latched out on my taste buds right now, and it is just having a great old time delivering that amazing charred pineapple taste throughout my whole mouth. It is phenomenal. All right, so while that's being input, let's go ahead and read off these ingredients. We have fresh grilled pineapple, apple cider vinegar, pineapple juice, habanero peppers, orange juice, lime juice, ginger, honey, garlic, and salt. Man, very, very well executed, very limited ingredients. So they do have this one listed as a medium, which I think is definitely fair. This is a sauce that if you're just starting out, it might be a little bit too much for you, but moderation's key. If you are an active, like pushing yourself to the limits all the time, trying to find the next hottest thing, this is going to be something that you would be able to gravitate towards and know that it's going to be a nice, consistent hitter as far as the sauce in both the heat and the flavor. And you'll be able to enjoy it regardless of the dish that you have or dessert that you have it with. That's a pretty well-rounded sauce, and definitely looking forward to that on some burgers for sure. That's going to be phenomenal. All right, let's go ahead and get these read off here. So for the yellow jacket from Wicked Provisions, this is the heat coming in at 3.1, aroma at 3.7, flavor at 4.3, versatility at 4.22, and a burn of 3.5 for a total swear word rating of, boom, 3.76. Absolutely amazing. Love what's going on here at Wicked Provisions. Really, these ingredients sing and balance that flavor and heat in all these sauces from Wicked Provisions is absolutely amazing. I'll have the direct links for these sauces down below, as well as the main link for Wicked Provisions and Chef Flaco's salsas down below, so you can check out the whole lineup. But let's go ahead and jump on over to the interview. Hey, Adam, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, Brandon? How you doing, brother?
Doing good. Glad to have you here. Once again, we've bumped into each other quite a few times at different festivals, whether that be Zest Fest or North Texas Hot Sauce Festival. And honored to have you here. You always have a great display set up, and you have wonderful products. Both in the area of flavor and in heat. So definitely glad to have you here.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man.
Man, one of the things I always like to get the ball rolling with is really the overall entry into the world of spice. So if you want to elaborate on kind of what got you into it, and then also what got you into really getting into creating products.
Okay. So I went to culinary school back in the 90s. I guess I'm dating myself a little bit here. And have worked in the food service industry my whole adult life. So food has been my passion. So my journey started out culinary, and the spice kind of came along for the ride, so to speak. I started Chef Flaco's Salsa, which is my salsa brand, about 10 years ago, and that started with a killer recipe, like a lot of good businesses do, and came up with a recipe which is still our original salsa recipe, hasn't changed since day one, and started formulating a business plan for myself, where to market it, who my target audience was going to be, my branding, and all that good stuff. And I decided that starting it, selling at Texas farmers markets would be a great place for me to start.
Very nice. Okay.
Uh, and after that, fast forward a couple of years, I was doing Chef Flaco's salsa and still working in the industry for about 7 years till I finally got an opportunity to quit my full time job and pursue my passion full time. So I left my job and decided to pursue this thing, all in, and started Wicked Provisions Hot Sauce. After competing and attending the Austin Chronicle Hot Sauce Festival for several years, and my eyes were open to a whole new world of products with the hot sauces. I fell in love with all the different variety of flavor profiles and different ingredients that you could put into hot sauce. Um, so I fell in love with hot sauce. Started coming up with an idea for my hot sauce line, which would become Wicked Provisions, which is a little different branding than the Chef Flaco's salsa. It's more aggressive, in your face, that like chili heads, trying to appeal to the chili head community. Um, so yeah, that's what got me into this game so far.
Okay, very nice, very nice. The one of the events that you mentioned is the Austin Chronicle. I've always heard amazing things. I was going to try to attend this year, and I can't remember what it was, but by the time I had found out about it, it was only like a three. It felt like a 3 day lag time if it wasn't a 3 day lag time, and I had already made a prior commitment to attend something else, and so it just didn't work out. But I always hear great things. It sounds like it's pretty tight knit and pretty fast and furious as far as how it's all constructed.
Yeah, it's a madhouse of hot sauce and live music and beer and great food, man. It's so busy that day for 6 hours straight. It's unlike any festival that we attend. And all the hot sauce vendors have known each other for years, so it's like going and hanging out with family. You know what I mean? It's just an awesome time.
Yeah, no, that's super cool. Yeah, the group that was out there this year. I'm jealous I didn't get to go because it was a lot of people that I consider friends, and I would love to have been there. But hey, this upcoming year for 2025, I'll definitely have to make a stop out that way. It's not too far from home, so
And
it
yeah,
sounds like
that'd
an
be awesome.
easy go to. The so with your salsa, you had mentioned that you go for a very straightforward, no preservatives, none of that, which I'm definitely down for. That is super right into the wheelhouse of where I like to be. But as that was starting up, did you tend to see that that would be something as far as a hurdle for getting into the overall, I guess, educating the consumer?
No, not necessarily. Starting out where I did at the farmers markets, most of the clientele that go there to shop at the farmers markets are already people that are into healthier living, clean label products and stuff like that. So having an all natural product was definitely advantageous to have that at the farmers market. So it's been a blessing, as far as the aspect of it.
Very nice. Yeah, then that definitely makes sense. The as far as your pepper sourcing that you use, do you grow everything yourself? What does that look like for you?
Unfortunately, I do not have a green thumb. I tried my own pepper garden about 2 years ago, and we got some good habaneros coming in, but my super hots, it just didn't happen. Which is, uh, I live in Texas, so we get a lot of sun. So I don't know what I did wrong, but yeah, I'm not do not have a green thumb. We source our peppers from as many local farmers as we can where it's appropriate for the product that we're using. I also get peppers. We use mash primarily for ours. So we were using pods at first whenever I was smaller, and then after I ended up buying 3 deep freezers for my house to store pods, I started looking for a different alternative. So yeah, we switched to mash, and we have a great supplier for our mash. And like I said, we do supplement with fresh pods whenever we can for local.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, no, that completely makes sense. You know, I have grown here in Texas before, and it is definitely a hurdle and a task in its own. The only thing that seems to allow those plants to really take off and thrive, at least from my own personal experience, has been a 50% shade cloth, and you know, it's a little bit more of a tedious task just to kind of get that whole construction and planning all, at least for me. I'm very meticulous with my setups and my design and everything. So, yeah, no, it's
I,
definitely a hurdle.
I'll tell you a funny story. This is how bad of a gardener I am. I have a guy local. He's a local farmer, somebody that I buy peppers from. He basically helped me start the garden, and he showed me how to install drip irrigation and all that fun stuff. And um, I go on Amazon and buy a automated timer system. So I'm not even watering these plants. It's set to a timer with my sprinkler. It has an app so you can program it and all that good stuff. So I really didn't put the necessary effort into it that it required. Let's just put that out
Yeah.
there.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with a good setup on the drip irrigation, but yeah, I mean, I don't know like how to say it other than all the
It was
friends
lazy,
and
man.
people that
You
have.
can just say it. You were being Adam. You were being lazy.
Oh, no, I mean, because there's been plenty of times where I've tried to do some similar methods and things going on here, and it does wonders for all my friends and everyone else in different states. But for Texas, it's just too much direct sun, too much extreme heat. It just roasts the plants, and they don't have the time to really absorb that water and nutrients that they
Yeah,
need in most cases.
it can be pretty rough for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. So as far as you had actually hit on it a second ago, the Wicked Provisions branding and design being much more aggressive in that sense, was that something that you had intended in, I guess, more or less the initial planning of this hot sauce lineup, or was that something that you just started to you more or less wanting to break the mold and be a little bit different than what your existing Chef Flaco line?
That's exactly the reasoning behind it. Chef Flacco's is more of a house friendly type product, marketed towards uh, like somebody like a housewife that would shop for the groceries and stuff like that. Um, Wicked Provisions, after doing a market research on the hot sauce industry itself, I discovered that it was predominantly male consumers, middle aged, and the people that liked hot sauce tend to uh, be kind of adrenaline junkie type people.
Mhm.
Like to live life on the edge a little bit. We get that little spice going, but. Yeah, so I wanted the branding and to be a little bit more marketed toward that type of customer base, with the skull and the flaming chilies behind it. So
Yeah. No, it's definitely a lot more rock and roll, a lot more metal in that sense.
oh yeah,
Do you like to listen to rock and roll or?
oh yeah, man, definitely. Yeah, I
Okay.
grew up listening to Sabbath and the Doors and Led Zeppelin and all that. That was before my time. I was born in the '70s. I'm not that old, but
Hey, you know, it's all great music at the end of the day.
right.
I feel like it's the older nature, sure, speaking, but a lot of this new music kind of struggles to hit some of those more personal, like I don't know. I feel like music today is kind of losing that ability to kind of paint that story and show that imagery from
Yeah.
just being able to hear and understand what's going on. It's a lot more repetitive and a lot more just I don't know if the best wording for this, but we'll use it for pun intended, hot takes on how they end up using it. So they look for, there it goes, the sound bites. That's what it is. They're looking more for the sound bites almost.
I got you.
So okay, well the now with your hot sauce line, or really the salsa either, as well. I mean, is there an ingredient that tends to just really that you want to work with but haven't had the best time getting it to work for you?
I do have a hot sauce that I've tinkered with a little bit. That's kind of on the back burner right now, just because I haven't quite gotten down the correct ratio of ingredients. I think it's a pretty niche kind of a sauce. The idea behind it is basically it's a honey mustard. It's a mustard based hot sauce, mango habanero honey mustard. Mango and honey mustard pair very well together. Then, of course, you add the flavor of the habanero, kind of rounds it out. But I wasn't able to quite get it down to that level of perfection that I like to achieve before I launch a product. So that's one that I've struggled with, and we'll get it nailed down here hopefully next year and get that launched. So
Very nice. Look forward to that. Honey mustard is definitely a one of those that just the standard honey mustard is not one of my typical go tos because of it just being either so off the mark of where that balance is, because either it's too much honey and it's way over sweet and not enough mustard, or too much mustard and not enough honey. It
right.
is a fine line that you have to flirt with that. And your example through the bacon garlic reaper and being able to hit all those beautiful notes throughout that whole entire sauce, not to mention your others, but that one right off the bat is just nailed into my head as a phenomenal sauce that just it lives rent free in my mind, with the flavor explosion and the heat that it brings.
Thanks,
So
man. Appreciate that.
I definitely think that when that honey mustard drops, it's going to be one to be reckoned with. So I look forward to it. Definitely look forward to it. The as you're thinking things through for the future of both companies as a whole, is there something that you're wanting to do achieve within the next few years, as far as a growth plan, or where do you see Wicked Provisions and Flaco, Chef Flaco's line going?
I think that growing at an appropriate rate is important. I've had some other people that were in the manufacturing business that told me, "Don't grow too big. It's gonna be the end of you if you do." So, our goal next year is to increase our wholesale business. Smaller mom and pop stores. We're not really ready to go into like a supermarket per se. But we definitely want to get our name out there, want to get our product into as many mouths as possible. Um, that and we want to attract more customers to our retail store. We have a retail store in my hometown of Temple, Texas, called Chef Flaco's Gourmet Foods. Retail is a tough business in this day and age, just because everybody buys so much stuff online. So we also have a website where you can purchase Wicked Provisions and Chef Flaco's salsa online as well. So looking to grow those aspects of our business.
Very nice. Okay. Yeah, and I was looking at y'all's website not too long ago, actually, just right before this, and noticed that y'all carry also some other sauce makers products as well. Now, as far as jumping on and ordering, it looks like that's pretty seamless and straightforward. Is that something that you also carry those lines in store for anyone that might be local to the Temple area?
We do, yeah. Funny story. So when I decided to open up my store, I knew I was going to have a brick and mortar, and obviously it would be stocked with my products. But my first idea was I wanted to open up a hot sauce store. You know what I mean? That's my passion. But I live in a relatively small town. It's my hometown where I grew up. We're about 75,000 people or so last time I checked. But just not a big enough community to support a hot sauce shop by itself. So
Mm.
I decided to do a gourmet food store. But whenever I did the purchasing to do our grand opening, I'd say it was a obscene amount of hot sauce versus other type of products. I'd say I probably ordered about 60%. It was all hot sauce. And then I had pickles and olives and jerky and other things like that. So I do love to support other small batch makers. Um, we are a small shop, man. I wish I could, all these guys that I'm meeting at these shows, I mean, I'm like, I wish I could bring in your products and support you the best I can, but I have to also, be reasonable about how many products that I can stock in this small shop. So for this area in Temple, it's a great place for my customers to come and check out other spicy products, of course, taste our house brands, but also just to open their eyes to the world of hot sauce and the possibilities of using that in your cooking and your cuisine, rather than just putting it on top of food. That's one of the things that we do at my store very well too, is we have recipes that they can take home with them that utilize the products that we sell at the store. So
That's very cool. Yeah, I mean, and it's a great way to encourage not only more use of that product, but use in a way that it's going to be a favorable outcome for the individual, the consumer that's actually wanting to try this product and see how it pairs. And that might be the thing that jump starts their creativity, and then they're like, okay, well, how would it be in this, or how would it be in that? And
right.
I like that a lot. That's super cool. You had mentioned the being in Temple and having a smaller population from a standpoint of having the hot sauce shop. You're not too far from another location that while I was at Fort Hood, there's a taco shop that's right outside. I want to say that was the East Gate, maybe.
Mission Taco.
Oh yeah, I had spent quite a few. I think it's Tuesdays and Thursdays out there, and just ordering baskets and baskets of tacos and just hammering through so much sauce out that way.
Right on.
Are you familiar? It sounds like you're
Yeah,
familiar
yeah,
with
they
it.
have our sauce there. They have Wicked Provisions over there.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
I met those guys at Zest Fest last year.
Okay,
Really cool
okay.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very straightforward business model over there, but man, it's a hot sauce lovers paradise, if you will.
Cheap tacos and hot sauce, man. You can't beat it, dude.
No, you really can't. And then they got the tea nailed down too, so like you can have a great drink while you're smashing all these tacos, looking at the amazing wall of hot sauce and just thinking about how you're going to burn yourself next. So
Right.
Okay, that's super cool. I'll have to swing by there again. Once again, I haven't been out that way
Yeah,
to
man.
their
I'm not
location since
Mikey V is literally 30 minutes down the road from me.
that. Yeah, that's super cool too. I've been to Mikey's spot, and I ended up eating. I didn't do the challenge, but I asked if I could get a challenge taco on the side, and man, it was so good,
Yeah.
absolutely so good.
Light it a little bit.
Yeah, definitely brings the heat. I would be or interested in checking out the actual challenge because obviously it's got to be a lot of fun to go
Right.
through that. So,
What
but
happens if you complete the challenge? You get a T-shirt or something?
yeah, I think it's a T-shirt. I don't know if there was anything else. Maybe I can't remember if it was the bottle of hot sauce as well, or if it's just a shirt. And I was looking at buying the bottle of hot sauce while I was there, type of trade off. But yeah, no, it's great stuff. He's really got that nailed down too, as far as being able to deliver a great tasting taco. What doesn't matter what style you get. If you're into crunchy tacos, etc., he's got them all. So
Yeah,
no,
he's a talented guy, man, for sure.
oh yeah.
My mentors.
Oh well, he's a good one to have. He's someone that we've talked in passing, but he seems to be he's definitely a lot closer to a lot of my other friends than
He's a
I've had a
busy guy,
chance to.
man. That's all I can say about that.
Yeah. Well, the 3 times I've stopped in, it just happens to be I miss him or he's happened to be traveling. So one of these days, I'll have that line up right. But okay, the yeah. So last time we were at North Texas Hot Sauce Fest and Zest Fest, you had some amazing queso out there on display for everyone to try and buy. Um, Phenomenal stuff there. Is that something that you use your salsa in, or is that just something that you make standalone? What is that like?
It is. We use our salsa in that product. So our queso falls under the Chef Flaco's salsa line, and back whenever my company was still relatively new, we had three great salsas, but I wanted to expand my product line, so I decided to come up with some products that utilize the salsa in them. So the first specialty product that I did was a salsa ranch, where we incorporated our salsa into ranch dressing, making a really nice dip that you could put on tacos and other things. After that, our queso was born. I decided to incorporate our salsa into a really nice queso as well. That has now blossomed into four different types of quesos, including a spicy offering, which is a white queso with smoked ghost pepper. Um, Man, the queso, like I said, I'm in Texas. The queso sells so well. I almost considered just opening up a separate queso company. Just call it Texas Queso Company or something, because it really does draw people to my booth. Everyone loves chips and salsa, but you hit them with that queso and they're like, yes. So
Yeah,
it's definitely a
absolutely.
very popular item. And they can find that in my store in Temple or at our local farmers markets locations here in Texas.
Okay, okay, very nice. Definitely, definitely one not to miss if you are ever at an event and you're able to see Wicked Provisions banner and their canopy showing. Rush over there, try the queso, buy the queso. You'll be happy. It definitely, from what I tried, I would only imagine the level of elevation that it brings to any nacho plate. It's got to be phenomenal. So,
Absolutely. Yeah, we have coming up pretty soon. We have the Hops and Hot Sauce Festival coming up in January, and we typically make a specialty product for that event, which is the Reaper Queso, which is what I believe that you tried at the North Texas Hot Sauce Festival. So we like to do a specialty product for that, and then we also have coming up in March. We will be at the Fiery Food Show in New Mexico. Hoping we get to run into you there, man.
yeah, yeah, I'm definitely wanting to be there. It's something that we've been trying to iron out and get it all squared away, but trying to organize the family, the 3 kids, the wife, everyone traveling together and making it happen. But this year definitely is top priority to have that thing ready to go and teed up. But let's roll it on over to the game. All right, so we have the 5 coming in tonight. This is a fun game where I'm going to show you 5 different images. There's sometimes no rhymes, there's sometimes no reason. It is 1 could be the best, 5 could be the best. It's really up to you and how you want to lay these out. There's no other guidance other than that. So let's go ahead and bring up the first image. So up first we have nachos.
Yeah, what am I supposed to be doing in this game?
Ranking them 1 through 5. No rhyme, no reason. You're actually setting the rhyme and reason, the understanding behind it.
I'll give that one a 3.
Okay.
Looks pretty
So,
tasty, man. Nice presentation.
all right, here we go. Lasagna.
Hmm. I might have to go with 4. I like lasagna, but it's a little played out. It's a classic
Okay.
recipe.
Okay, okay. Do you like a nice extra like meaty lasagna or do you like more of the cheese?
I'm a fan of the cheese, man. I wanted to have a nice ratio of cheese to other ingredients.
All right, fair enough. I like it. Here we go. Tacos.
Oh man, that's gonna have to be number one, baby.
All right.
My slogan is put some Flaco on your taco. So
I like it. I like it. Those tacos look phenomenal too.
they do.
Let's see here. I have actually forgot what's what. So let's go ahead and grab this pizza. Doesn't have to be this one in particular, but just pizza in general.
Killing me, man. That's definitely number two. It's one of my favorite foods.
Okay.
You know, us
Yep.
chefs, after we work 14-hour shifts, we go home and we eat frozen DiGiorno pizzas. We don't cook gourmet food for ourselves, so that's right up there.
There we go. There we go. I like it. All right. Well, number 5, whether you like it or not, is the cold cut. So,
Yep, I think that belongs in spot number five. I think we did good.
okay. Okay. Very nice. So now you got a nice feel for the game and what it's like. Let's run it back for another round. All right, here we go. Next round of the 5. So in no particular order, we will go with these. So Texas.
Number one.
Number 1. All right. All right. I like it. And let's jump on over to Boom. One of your
So you
sauces.
played a trick on me, man.
Yeah, the category is not staying quite the same this time.
One of my most popular sauces. I'm gonna have to put that in the number two spot.
Okay,
Now,
okay.
there's no switching after you make the decision, right?
We can talk about it afterwards if you would have changed something, but to actually change it for the game, unfortunately not. That's part of the fun, is the chaos to it all. All right. Then we have your ghost pepper salsa.
The Flaco's salsa ghost pepper, golden chili, award-winning product, man. That's a tough one. I'm gonna have to go with number three because I don't know what else you have in store.
All right. Get that there. And here, let me make a little bit of room. All right. All right, here we go. Up next. Okay, yep. Boom. Country music is what this resembles, embodies.
Number five, man. This is terrible, but I live in Texas and I don't like country music.
Hey, I'm right there with you. That was a little bit of a test to just see, where you sat, because I feel like I'm often alone in that regard.
See, now I feel like a hypocrite. I put Texas number one and then country music number five, man. So people are gonna hate them.
It is what it is.
Right.
Yeah, it's your own personal preference, and you don't always know what's coming up. So in the number 4 spot is the Yellow Jacket.
Right on.
So let me see
Good pick.
here.
Good pick.
So we had, to run it back, we had Texas in number 1. Number 2 was the Bacon Garlic Reaper. And then the Ghost Pepper Salsa, the Yellow Jacket, and country music. Now, is there anything that you would change around on this, given the chance?
I think that's perfect, man. I mean, you got to give homage to my home state and where all the magic happens, and then the products, and then boo country music for number five. So perfect.
There we go. I like it. I like it. Okay, let's do this. All right. So here's a fun part that I like to do, which is called the nugget of knowledge. This is a great opportunity for you to share with others, whether they're just starting out or thinking about starting out, either creating their own spicy products to bring to market, or maybe they're a chef and they're trying to figure out if that's a good idea for them to try to explore. What would be something that you would share with them?
For somebody that's just starting out, I would say to know your brand, know what your product brings to the table, because the people that are going to be looking at your product want to know what makes your product different. Why should they buy your product over the competition? So you really need to know, first of all, who you're trying to appeal to, who is your customer base. Is it chili heads? Do you need something that's out of this world hot, or is it the general public, grocery store type consumers? So that's one of the things that it really kind of helps give you some direction and steers you in the right course whenever you decide to build a brand and go forward with that. Is you really got to know who you're marketing to. Otherwise, you're just shooting blanks.
Yep, absolutely. All right, very well said. I like that. The next thing is going to be nominating someone on the hot seat. So this is someone that you think would make a great guest for the show.
Ooh, I got the perfect person. Sean Kirkpatrick from Down to Ferment. You're
There,
up, buddy.
there we go, Sean.
Throw you under the bus here and have a little fun with you.
I like it. I like it. Okay. Sean, we'll be setting up a time to have you on here soon and get that worked out. And man, I look forward to diving in on some fun fermented sauces that are going to definitely be, caught up with them out at Zestfest. And I know they're tasty. So
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
definitely looking
excited to
forward
try
to it.
that corn hub, man. That stuff looks amazing.
Oh yeah, that's that definitely caught my attention. It sounds like a phenomenal sauce, a corn hot sauce. That's the ticket right there. That sounds like a perfect combination. Okay, now the only other thing left to do is really to roll out, let everyone know kind of what you have either going on that you want to let them know about, or where they can find you. This really benefits those that are only audio listening on Apple Podcasts. So where can they find you? How can they connect with you?
So on our socials, we have Facebook and Instagram for Wicked Provisions and Chef Flaco's Salsa. We also have Facebook and Instagram for our retail store, Chef Flaco's Gourmet Foods. Um, you can find our website at www.chefflacosgourmetfoods.com. Flacos is Flacos. Um, Coming up in January, we have the Hops and Hot Sauce Festival, which is here in Texas. That's a really cool event. People can come and shop a plethora of different local Texas hot sauce companies as well as other really great vendors. Then we have the Fiery Food Show in New Mexico, the big boy, coming up in March. We'll be there representing Wicked Provision. So we're super excited about that.
Very nice. I'm hoping to catch that event this year. I missed it last year. We'll see if I can manage to wrangle the whole family and get out that
Gotta
way.
be there, man. It's a big one.
Yeah. Yeah, it always seems to be a blast, and there's a whole bunch of people there, so definitely looking forward to it. But Adam, it has been an absolute honor to have you on the show here tonight. Look forward to having you again. There's still so much more we can dive into, and just love the direction, the path, the intent that you have focused on your overall goal for not only your salsas but your hot sauces. So definitely looking forward to everything that comes with from the future.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you having me on the show, man. It's been awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Hey, once again, thank you so much, Adam, for coming on. Absolute honor to have you here. Had a blast diving into everything to do with Chef Flaco's salsas, as well as Wicked Provisions hot sauce, the future, where you're going, and the journey that got you here. So definitely look forward to having you back on the show and diving a little bit deeper on all those. Hey, if this is your first time checking out the show, I hope that you had fun, with the game, with the overall interview, with the hot or not. If you did, let me know down below in the comments, and continue to share this out with other like-minded chili heads. Let's continue to grow the channel here, and I can't do any of this without y'all, so thank y'all so much. Once again, friendly reminder, the swear word has episodes now dropping on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so you can catch the swear word 2 times a week now, and going through December, we will start that, and it'll just carry on. So hopefully everyone will enjoy that part as well. I know that there's so many other folks that we definitely have slated to get on here, so this will help accommodate the overall scheduling flow. I'll have both of these direct linked products for Hot or Not down below, as well as the main link to Chef Flaco's salsa, as well as Wicked Provisions, where you can check out the full lineup. You can keep in touch with Wicked Provisions and Chef Flaco's salsa down below. And man, this has been an absolute amazing episode. If you're looking to grow your brand, start your brand, you had a bump in the road and trying to figure it out, highly recommend checking out podvision.io for all your needs. If you are looking to sponsor the show, we have now opened up sponsorship availabilities. Reach out and check that out. It'll be on the swearword.net. Episode 57 is in the books. I'm Brandon Swear, and from everything from the world of hot, this has been the Swear Word.